So my first movie review of 2023 is for a new Scott Cooper movie. Alright. So The Pale Blue Eye is the latest film written and directed by Scott Cooper in which we follow a character named Augustus portrayed by Christian Bale who is called to investigate a murder, and while he is investigating this murder, he teams up with a person named Edgar Allan Poe. Alrighty guys, so let's get into The Pale Blue Eye.
Excellent!
What is the first thing that we're treated to at the start of every new year for a brand new film? A horror film. However, in my case, that was not it. This is a new Scott Cooper film, and as you guys may know, I'm a big fan of Scott Cooper. Scott Cooper, at least in my eyes, is one of the most underrated filmmakers out there. So as y'all can imagine, guys, knowing how much of a fan I am of Scott Cooper, when I saw the link, I got to watch this film, and man, let me tell you all that I started off this year with a good foot because The Pale Blue Eye is a damn good film. Let me just talk about how great the ensemble cast is in general. I mean, look at who we have here besides the main two actors. I mean, we have Lucy Boynton, Gillian Anderson, Timothy Spall, Charlie Gainsbourg, Toby Jones. The cast here is incredible. While all the cast is great, the main two standouts are easily Christian Bale and Harry Melling. Christian Bale is great in this film as his investigator who has a very reserved character to him, and there's a reason why as the film goes along, and I don't want to give anything away, but Christian Bale here is absolutely fantastic, and there is a scene in this movie where, my god, he absolutely brings it. While Christian Bale is great in the film, the standout on this film is Harry Melling as Edgar Allan Poe. Fun fact for you guys, because this blew my mind. Harry Melling, he played Dudley Dursley in the Harry Potter films. Blew my freaking mind. Something that I absolutely loved about Harry Melling in this film is the contrast that he as Edgar Allan Poe brings against Christian Bale's much more reserved character in this film. As much more exuberant personality, he's definitely a much more larger life. I mean, then again, he's Edgar Allan Poe. But my god, guys, as Harry Melling gives such a wonderful, a very energetic performance and a scene-stealing performance. Something else I gotta talk about is Scott Cooper's writing and his storytelling along with his directing. If there are a couple of things that Scott Cooper nails every single time he makes a new film, it's the atmosphere, mood, and overall tone. The opening shot of this movie definitely sets up a mood, and it is a hell of a mood that stays with you throughout the entire film. And for those of you who know me personally, I am huge into gothic storytelling. Scott Cooper's sensibilities with atmosphere and tone mixed with the gothic atmosphere and vibe of this movie are a match made in heaven. When it comes down to the storytelling of The Pale Blue Eye, and do not worry, no spoilers, but I found that the storytelling of The Pale Blue Eye, for the most part, very well done. Especially when this film gets going with the storytelling, this movie gets good. And when I mean this movie gets good, this movie's story gets damn good. There is a particular thing that happens in the third act. I legitimately said out loud, okay, I did not see that coming. Something else I gotta talk about here is the cinematography. This is such a beautiful and a gorgeously shot film. I mean, oh my god. Especially going down to the beautiful blue hues this movie has to offer, and combine the film's beautiful cinematography with the great gothic atmosphere, and you have a beautiful and gorgeous film to look at. And also, Howard Shore's haunting musical score is just nothing short of terrific.
Well, that's just fucking great!
Now, with all that being said, I do have a few issues with this movie, starting with the cast. To be clear, I have nothing against performances because the performances here are all terrific. It's more of what the cast has to do during the film, specifically with two people, Gillian Anderson and Charlie Gainsbourg. Just to be clear, I have nothing against these two in this film. In fact, they are great in the film. They're given nothing to do in the film. Like, they're there, they show up, And that's it. Like I mentioned to you all earlier, Scott Cooper is a director that definitely goes to the more slow burn-less films, and I think his best work with the slow burn is Out of the Furnace. But in The Pale Blue Eye, I think it works, and I think it doesn't work. In the first 30 to 40 minutes, this film had me in. I was sucked in, and I was invested. But after that first 30 to 40 minutes, this movie just goes on and on and on, and I feel like it kind of meanders, and I feel like it has really no focus. The Pale Blue Eye runs at just over 2 hours, I think 2 hours and 10 minutes, and this movie didn't have to be over 2 hours. I think that Scott Cooper could have cut out at least 10, maybe 15 minutes of runtime for a much leaner and meaner runtime.
And here we go.
So overall, not only is The Pale Blue Eye another solid film from Scott Cooper, but it's a good start to 2023. While Christian Bale gives a terrific performance, it's Harry Melling that steals every scene as Edgar Allan Poe. It does take a bit to get going, but once it does, it gets damn good. All in all, I'm gonna give The Pale Blue Eye a 3.5 out of 5. If you guys have Netflix, if you love a good gothic mystery thriller, definitely check this movie out. So comment down below and let me know, what is your favorite gothic mystery thriller of all time? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat, so if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links in the usernames in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed my review of The Pale Blue Eye. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell for my latest review goes live. If you guys want to see my previous 2 reviews, please click right there or right there. And of course, until my next review or video goes live, I will see you all next time.